Sustainability has sometimes become a catchphrase, but when we think about the concept, it's existed since the dawn of time. However, in the 1980s, finally the Brundtland Report came out and it was presented to the United Nations, articulating the fact that if we are able to sustain our economy, we should also be able to sustain our environment. And without sustaining our environment, we won't be able to maintain jobs and all of the health-related needs that we have in order to grow as a civilization. In the 80s and 90s, when the Brundtland study came out talking about sustainability, capitalists really panicked. They were concerned that they wouldn't be able to make a way to make money if we were being sustainable. However, now today, over 166 countries have committed to sustainable economies, and over $14 trillion has been invested into these efforts. My name is Jessica Taco. I am the CEO and the founder of the largest woman-owned lobbying firm in the United States. And our clients here today are great examples of how you can actually use strong and powerful technology both to help support the economy and ultimately to heal our earth. Today, I'm honored to have the following panelists: Dr. Bill McGann, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Quantum Computing, Inc. I have Jen Yoakley, who is the Chief Marketing Officer for Blink Charging. By the way, they are the first EV charging company to announce profitability. I have Dr. Eva Lee from Carbon Rivers. Their company was recently named one of the top small businesses in the country by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. And I have Jordan Butler with Clean Light, who is one of the top entrepreneurs in LATAM and was named for that. So what I'd like to do is start with Jen. Last month, Blink announced that you will be the first EV company to achieve profitability, and that you're going to achieve $140 million in revenue this year while creating 100 new jobs. Please tell us how you did it.
All right, well, first of all, guys, we are so excited. Being part of the EV infrastructure space it's huge, and we are seeing tremendous growth. We're seeing public growth, we're seeing government-funded growth, we're seeing private growth, and we're seeing people embrace it. It's been awesome, and we're really excited where we're going. Blink will announce EV profitability. We are going to hit EV profitability this year, or EBITDA profitability this year, and we're wildly excited about that. And more than that, we're wildly excited about building the infrastructure. So everything from the chargers to the full network, and making sure that we get the right charger in the right place at the right time. And there's nothing better than that. Thanks, Jess.
Absolutely. Dr. McGann, it's your turn to be on the hot seat. And by the way, if you see him, you should get his autograph. He has 14 patents, and he was also the founder of the explosive trace detection we see in airports. So you could either get his autograph or maybe punch him, because now we have to get checked in airports. But Dr. McGann, now you're doing quantum computing, and I wanted to ask you your experience with quantum computing and how you're commercializing this advanced technology.
Yeah, thank you, Jessica, and it's great to be here talking to the audience at Emerge today. So throughout my entire career, whatever the endeavor was in some form of technology, the goal has always been, the ability to transform credible science into some practical form of technology that can be used by the world, right? So the connection between explosives detection and aviation security, while it might seem really different from what you would do in quantum computing, the challenges are always there in whatever endeavor. Mm-hmm. So in the quantum space, the endeavors are challenged by the fact that quantum systems operate at a level of the world where people cannot see, the smallest of small to the level of the individual particle. It's not intuitive. You can't go look at them very easily. But we have ways, and we've decided to make our quantum technology available and accessible to the world by making them small scale, affordable, accessible, and take the complexity out of the physics and put it into the engineering so we can produce practical systems. So that way everybody can learn about it without having to opening a book on quantum mechanics.
It's amazing. Moving on to Jordan. You created so many jobs, you continue to create jobs, and you're looking to create a factory in the United States. Can you tell us a little bit about Clean Light?
Yeah, of course. I'm so happy to be here, actually. We founded Clean Light in 2019 with my wife. We were the first manufacturers of solar lighting towers there. We're selling all throughout Latin America, and we're really happy with our concept. We are working on having a huge impact in the CO2 emissions for mining companies and construction companies. We have sold more than 3,000 units up to date. We have saved emissions of more than 400,000 tons of CO2. So we're pretty happy with what we're doing. We're partnering with the Department of Energy in the States. We're going to invest $154 million to create our manufacturing facility here. We're going to create 500 jobs for people. Probably we're going to be in Tennessee. We're partnering with the Department of Energy in Tennessee too. So it has a real success.
That's amazing. And finally, Dr. Lee. Dr. Lee, the first time I met you, you said to me that you created your technology because you wanted to clean up the mess that is our planet. And we're so moved by that. Your entire technology platform is based on the circular economy. Can you tell us about your technology at Carbon Rivers and what you're doing?
Yes, Jess. Thank you for the warm welcome. It's a great honor to be here. So Carbon Rivers Glass to Glass was founded under the premise that we can take any kind of glass fiber composite waste and reclaim the glass fiber out of it. Also at a stage where it's still clean enough and strong enough to go into the next generation composite. Think about new boats, another turbine blade, or even maybe your jacuzzi. So by doing that, landfill does not have to be an answer for the composite industry anymore.
How many blades can you recycle annually? And also, how many jobs will you create in each plant?
So right now we are located in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's our research and development headquarters. Through the support from the DOE and VETO office since 2019, we are right now employing 25 employees. We are expanding our operation into the state of Texas and Iowa later this year, where we have a full plant with creating over 350 job openings.
That's amazing. And that's a great segue into job creation. A lot of sustainable job creators are creating new technologies, and there's a major push to be manufacturing these technologies in the US. 8 of the 10 states that are the top manufacturers for sustainable technologies are in the Midwest and in the South, using economic development funds from the IRA and the IIJA. I want to ask each of you, starting with Jen, where have you recently selected a headquarters or manufacturing facility? How many jobs do you have there?
Yep, so Blink is really excited. We just announced our global headquarters located in Bowie, Maryland. And along with that announcement, we opened up a brand new manufacturing facility. This manufacturing facility is dedicated to building L2 chargers that are made in for Buy America and allowing us to meet the need that's in the market today. There's a big gap, right? There's a gap in what the market needs, and we've got to deliver range confidence, and we also have the opportunity to put jobs in. So over the next 5 years, we're going to grow this to more than 100 people, and these are going to be highly skilled folks that are coming in and helping us put our chargers in to electrify the nation.
That's amazing. Dr. McGann, we know you're setting up, you've got a facility in Arizona. You're looking for your final headquarters decision, perhaps in Arizona and Hoboken. What are you doing for jobs and economic development?
Yeah, it's a great question. So currently we're in 2 locations, as you point out. Our research labs and advanced technology develops in Hoboken, New Jersey. We do a lot of partnerships with the Stevens Technology Institute. Some of our employees are from there. Very diverse team of excellent individuals with advanced degrees in optics, physics, chemistry, mathematics, across the board. And we also are just started, as you mentioned, a chip fabrication facility in Tempe, Arizona. We are going to become the first company to produce nanophotonic chips in the US for doing quantum optics, which is the basis of our technology. And the sustainability piece is that when you use photonics in this way, you consume very small amounts of power. Moving photons does not produce heat. So you save a tremendous amount of energy in that process, and we're really excited about our Arizona fab.
That's amazing. Cool. What about you, Jordan? Jobs, how many jobs will you create with your first facility?
Yeah, so we are hoping to have to create 500 jobs with our new facility in Tennessee, but we are based in Miami, and a lot of things are going to be happening in Miami too. Right now we have 100 employees in Latin America too, but it's too important for us to take the US market where the opportunities are huge. The Department of Energy and the government programs has been a huge opportunity for Latin American companies to bring our technology here and be able to, create a better world.
That's amazing. And Eva, you started on the job, so you get the next question. As I mentioned earlier, the Biden administration has invested over $390 billion into the economy in order to increase the amount of sustainable jobs and increase manufacturing and production. To do that, they've done in many loans and grant programs that have come not only from the federal government, but from state and local governments. Dr. Lee, can you talk about how the government has supported your efforts?
Yes, so we have received tremendous support from the Department of Energy, especially the WIDO office. Our glass recycling project kickstarted in 2019 through SBIR Phase 1 award, and we're now actively finishing up our Phase 3. In total, we received over $2.5 million in award. So when the project kickstarted, we were at the scale of literally 2 thimbles, and now we are housing a 1 ton per day demonstration line in Knoxville, Tennessee.
That is awesome.
That's amazing.
We are also actively working on commercial projects with some of the top wind OEMs and also wind farm owner-operators. So we are seeing a positive revenue right now, and we are expanding into the States and taking this technology worldwide.
Awesome. Jen, how are they helping you?
Oh man, we have seen the benefits from the government funds, but we're also seeing the growth in the private sector. And from the government, we were able to secure the USPS contract where we're electrifying that fleet. And that was made possible because the government's putting grants out there to help stabilize our infrastructure, help to grow our infrastructure. And it's been amazing, and it's helping us. It's helping us hit that EBITDA positivity, as well as the organic growth that we're seeing in the market.
Amazing. And Dr. McGann, I know you've been looking at, you've got a CHIPS application in, a DOE loan application, multiple contracts with NASA. How's the government supporting you?
Well, it's a critical part of any business that's technology driven because it's very often the case while the commercial markets ultimately win the day, they often start in the national laboratories and in government agencies. And yes, we're starting to work very closely with DOE, the national labs, and as you point out, we've received 4 contracts from NASA to use some of our quantum technologies. And in fact, one of the things we've done for Dr. Lee is that we've done a wind farm optimization, which is a very complex problem. You take the first nacelle and you plant it somewhere in the earth and say, okay, that's great, spins around, produces energy. Where do you put the next one? It really matters because they start to interact with each other. And then when you put the 3rd one and the 4th one and the 100th one, it becomes a very complex problem. And we've done that with great success. So, I mean, this is the kind of opportunity where different types of technologies come together.
And Jordan, I know the Buy America Act is a huge thing that drove you to come here and manufacture. How are you looking for the government support and support to date?
Actually, it's amazing how the government supports our kind of companies that have deep tech, and we are actually having something different. And we are receiving a lot of support in tax credits, in loans applications. We are working with the Department of Energy, looking for the new places. We were able to secure a place for our manufacturing facility with the help, with the help with the government. And without that support, I think it's pretty hard to actually create all those jobs and bring this technology here.
Awesome. I can honestly say here, I feel honored every day to get to be around these CEOs. And so I wanted to ask them, in closing, if they could each tell us just one sentence that would be their advice to the audience on being a sustainable job creator and being a business leader. Dr. McGann, we'll go in order.
Well, so look, I'm closer to my last rodeo than my first. So over the years, the stuff that I've done, I'd like to think, has affected hundreds of millions of people around the world in the security space, and that created lots of jobs. And I think that the quantum market, as the technologies emerge, which they're doing now, is going to be the next generation of huge job growth. And our mission is to put accessible and affordable quantum machines into the hands of everybody. So it's going to have a big effect.
What's your advice to business leaders?
I would say always stay focused on your technology and never stop innovating, and you don't have to worry about people catching you.
That's right.
Awesome.
Jen, what advice do you have?
You know, guys, my advice is really simple. You find something that you can support, you can get behind, you surround yourself with amazing people, and you find a way to have fun. And when you can combine all of those things, you can do anything in the world.
It's amazing. Eva?
I would say always empower your team to further educate themselves. You have to inspire them to find their spark and foster it. Don't be afraid to grow together with your team.
Amazing. And Jordan?
Think global. We're coming from Chile, and we're opening this huge operation here. Everything is possible. Think global, think huge.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.